Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Too Big to Fit. Today, we are going to talk about too muchness, but in friendships. And something that kind of came up for me and one of my really great new friendships that I'm really, really excited about. But I was also like, ooh, wait, I'm feeling a little emotional internal resistance here. So, obviously, I felt like I needed to make an episode about that because I know if I'm having emotional internal resistance, that means someone listening to this also is going to be struggling with that, right? And if you're not struggling with it now, you might later, and maybe that'll help you. So stay tuned. I'm Mackenzie Morris, and after 15 years of building brands, scaling businesses, and creating empires across industries, I have learned that it is not only okay to be uncontainable, it's actually a superpower built within the multi-passionate, the visionaries, and the big dreamers. This is the first multi-dimensional business podcast that mixes strategy, identity, personal stories, conversations, and the messy, unfiltered parts of being a creative to help you build a brand that's impossible to ignore just by being exactly who you are. This is the Too Big to Fit podcast. Okay, you guys, so like I said, this is going to be a topic talking about kind of like that too muchness, right? Those kind of feelings where like, oh wait, oh, was that too forward? Was that too strong? Maybe I'm freaking them out type of situation. And we're going to be talking about friendships. Forgive me, it might be a little coffee. I have been sick for literally 4 weeks and I cannot seem to get better. So just bear with me. Also, you might know, in my episodes, I yawn. I don't know why. I'm not tired. I quite literally, I can't not yawn. I don't know. So anyway, that's the thing about me. And yeah, that's a quirk of mine that you're just gonna have to get used to. Okay. So now with this topic that we're gonna talk about today, a little bit of background. Right, I have this new friend and I have followed her and we've kind of been connected online for probably like a year or two. But I went out on a limb one day and I was like, I really like this girl. I want to invite her over. And first time I invited her over to my house, and maybe some people would think this would be like, wow, you think so much of yourself, whatever. But whatever, judge the fuck out of me. I don't care. I invited her over to listen to a keynote. Because I was about to give a keynote speech and I had 5 days to kind of like plan and put it together because their original person had dropped out. And I was like, okay, let me invite her over and share this speech with her, share my heart. So I did. I was like, hey, you want to come over? I would love for you to hear my speech and just get your feedback, and then we can kind of hang out, have girls' night, whatever. So she came over and she read it, and she listened to it, and we actually had a really, really great night. We ended up going in my room, picking out some fun outfits for my speech and stuff, and we ended up finding out that we had like the same type of shoes. Our cats had both eaten them up the same way. Like, it was just so funny. And we just bonded. And I was like, I really love this person. She's become one of my dearest friends. We've done so many things together since. Her name is Elisha, and she owns Luna Lights Photography, and she is Princess Sashi on Instagram and on TikTok, and she does the Style by Sash style series. So she's super creative and fashionable and fun, and I just love her. So there was one day where she had posted some sort of milestone or something. She had shared some sort of share on her Facebook, and I had commented out of the blue. It is like 1 a.m. in the morning. It is a full on paragraph from me to her. You're like, girl, I am so proud of you. Like, you have made me better. I remember what it was. She was sharing how she was so proud of herself for being consistent and elevating her social media game and elevating her content and creating a series that's been used and created over and over, right? She had just been so proud of herself. And I commented, I was like, girl, I am so proud of you. Like, months ago, we had a conversation at my house, and you told me that you want your content to be better and you're going to hold yourself to the standard. And I am sitting here watching you do it. And it is embodied leadership. It is incredible. And I am so proud of you. And that is exactly the reason why you're growing at the rate you're growing, right? People don't understand, like, that is the point. That is the game, right? It's figuring out what you can elevate and then do it and then consistently do it over and over again, right? Most people are like, oh, I elevated and did it once and then they quit, right? Like that's the difference. So I commented this post out of the blue. I was like, girl, I am just so proud of you and you make me better and you inspire me to be better with my own content because I love creating. And it was an all around just like a yay, girl, you did this thing. And as I'm typing this out, I was like, oh my god, I'm wondering, is this gonna freak her out? Because like we just kind of met. Like we've been friends like 6 months, like real friends, like 6 months or so. And I mean every week I'm always like, I'm just so grateful for you, thank you. Do you wanna come do this? Blah blah blah. Like very much I'm an involved friend if you say yes to doing things, right? If you say yes to doing things, I'm gonna keep inviting you to things. Right? If I invite you to things and then you never come, I'm going to stop inviting you because I'm going to assume you're not going to come. Right? Like that's just how it is. Right? So by the way, if y'all want to hang out, just send me messages. I'm usually down for anything. But that's how I am. Like, I am a very, very loyal friend. I'm an active friend. If you are, right? Like, I will be here for you as you are for me. Right? So I can create that space. And I was like, as I was typing, I was like, maybe I shouldn't post this. But then I was like, you know what? What am I afraid of right now? I was like, yeah, it feels uncomfortable because I'm afraid to be perceived as coming on too strong or overbearing or like obsessed, right? But I ended up posting it anyway because it is my authentic expression and I am sharing my heart. And since it is such a positive thing to share, it can't hurt anyone to share the good news. It can't hurt anyone to share something nice, right? Like, it only would make her feel good, right? And if it like freaked her out, then, oh well, whoops. But, if I had the thought and these were the feelings that came up when I read that post, who am I to not share that? Like, I should absolutely share with someone how they've impacted my life and how they've made my life better and how they've led by example. That's empowering me. Like, of course. If you have something incredible to share, why would you not say that to somebody? If someone pops in your head and you're like, I wonder how this person's doing. I haven't talked to them in so long. Go send them a message. Call them on the phone. Send them an email. Send them a DM. Like, let them know, hey, I just want to let you know, I don't know why, but you popped in my head today and I was just thinking about you. How have you been? And start that conversation. I am notorious for this. I do this all the time. I am really not concerned, one, if you respond or not, but it's important to me for others to know that I was thinking about them if I genuinely was thinking of them, right? Like, I am very much a people-oriented person. I want to serve. I want to build relationships, build community, be a part of contribution. Like, that is what I want for myself, for my brand, for my world, for my community, for my friends, for my family, all of those things. So that is the person that I am. I will always send a message if I'm thinking of you just out of the blue. Like, it is important to know that you are loved and you are valued. Whether we talk once every 10 years or not, it doesn't matter. Right? So if there's a person in your life that you're like, wow, I love them so much, I admire them, take a minute to send them a message and just let them know. It doesn't matter if it's out of the blue. Like, if it's out of the blue, I almost would argue that it's better because they're not expecting it. And go and share your appreciation, share your perspectives, and share how they've impacted you, right? Share that positive, loving, awesome energy in the world because you get what you put in, right? You get what you put into the world. And with my friend Elisha, like, I want her to know I love her, right? And whether it's equal or not, like, and she doesn't like me like that, which I'm not in love with her, right? I love my husband, but like, I love her as a person. And, it opens that door for her to feel more vulnerable, to feel like she can share things with me. Maybe not like, Mackenzie, you're so great, but just have conversations because I wasn't afraid to be vulnerable in that moment. And vulnerability is power. Vulnerability is courage, right? You having the ability to be vulnerable allows you to be courageous, which allows you to do scary things. And that's the game. That's the point. That's the thing that people don't understand. In life and in business and in relationships, that is the key. And the thing that you have to learn how to navigate through is how to deal with the armor that you're wearing. And this was something Brene Brown was talking about on the Diary of a CEO podcast, was you have to figure out how to handle the armor that you're wearing that's protecting you from being vulnerable. Are you wearing armor that is protecting you from being perceived, from being judged, from feeling, competent? What is the armor that you're wearing, and how can you remove it in order to be vulnerable and be courageous and go and make a change in the world? Right? That's what this is about. And all of these things are combined, and they're true with authentic expression. And if you are truly being genuine and you just want people to know that you love them and you value them and you care for them, and nothing but great things can come from that. And if anyone says anything weird about it, then that's weird for them. Right? Take the compliment and move on. But even if it's not received well or whatever, you can know that you're showing up authentically as yourself. And that's that. That's how I live my life. I wanted to share this perspective. It's short, it's sweet, it's just a little thought nugget, but these are the things that come up, especially with social media, because some people could have read that and be like, wow, she's so calculated. Why did she comment on that on her feed, right? She's only doing that. And I've thought this about people on my page. They're only commenting to get close to my friends or to associate themselves with me, right? This is also a thing, right? So if you're a disingenuous person and people perceive you to be calculated or manipulative, right? Some things can be misinterpreted, and that's okay. But what really matters is what you think of yourself and your intentions for doing things. And for me, I am always leading with my heart. I am always walking with my heart on my sleeve. And I want people to know that they are loved and valued and that they're important. And if you genuinely impact my life or make my life better, I actively will let you know that, and I will remind you of that over and over and over again. Because people who inspire me, I like to inspire them, right? And you feed off each other and things can only get better. So if there's someone that you love in your life, whether you're a friend, a partner, a colleague, anyone that's inspired you, someone you don't even know, send them a message and let them know, and you don't know what'll come from that, right? Maybe a new friendship will come. Maybe it'll lead to a podcast booking or a new business opportunity, right? Have the chance. Give yourself the chance to be vulnerable and take that next step. Wear your heart on your sleeve. Be authentic to who you are and share your truth, and it'll always come right back. I hope you like this one. I'll talk to you next time.